Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. One of the persons on our calendar of people the church remembers and commemorates in March has crossed over into popular culture. This past Monday was St. Patrick's Day. There were shamrocks everywhere, and many of us probably wore green to celebrate the day. But St. Patrick's life was about a lot more than a chance to have a celebration. This week we are looking at the stories of some of the people the church commemorates in March. It's a full month with many significant people to remember and inspire our own lives of faith. Patrick, known as the Apostle of Ireland, was born around 389 in Roman Britain, the grandson of a priest and the son of an alderman. The details of Patrick's life are uncertain. In his brief writing named Confession, he admits that he was not religious as a child and had little use for the church. At the age of 13 or 14, while staying at his father's country estate, he was seized by Irish raiders and sold as a slave in Ireland. There, in hardship and isolation, he began to pray every day. After 6 years as a shepherd, he managed to escape, find a ship, and eventually reach home. His experience had been a spiritual conversion, and he now had a certain conviction of his vocation. He was to preach the faith to the Irish people. He studied for the priesthood on the continent. He wanted to undertake a mission back to Ireland, but his supervisors did not approve, apparently because of his deficient education. When the Bishop of Ireland died in 431, Patrick was named his successor and was consecrated as the new bishop for Ireland. Bishop Patrick's mission concentrated on the west and the north of Ireland, where the gospel had not been preached before. He secured the protection of local kings and traveled extensively, making many converts and founding monasteries. The clergy for the country were first brought from Gaul and Britain, but increasingly they were drawn from the native converts. To the best that anyone can tell, Patrick's home church that served as his headquarters is still home to a congregation today. The famous story about Patrick is, of course, the sermon in which he tried to explain the difficult concept of the Holy Trinity to a group of uneducated farmers. The idea of God as three in one is difficult for trained theologians, much less these common folks. To help explain it, Patrick bent down, picked up a shamrock, and used it as an example of one leaf with 3 lobes. Now, frankly, those trained theologians would quickly point out problems with his explanation, but in that situation it helped explain things in a way the people could understand. There are many legends about Patrick, one of which is that he banished all the snakes from Ireland. While often harassed and threatened, Patrick's work in Ireland seems to have been largely successful, with many converts and a lasting legacy of faith. He was much more than a reason to party. He was a powerful witness for God. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.